Andor. Here we go. We won't watch it because, I know Disney don't usually throw out copyright strikes, but, it might be my luck, wouldn't it? So we'll just go through it. The Andor trailer, by the way, the final trailer, I think it starts soon. Does it say? September. 3-episode premiere on September the 21st. You see that? There we go, up there. September the 21st. So we see a trailer anyway. So we start off on this planet that looks like a bit like Scotland. I know a lot of it were filmed in the UK, wasn't it? Andor. So this might actually be Scotland or Wales or somewhere like that, up in the mountains of Scotland or Wales, I don't know. But there's a couple of people trudging along. There they are. Don't know who they are, but they look up and they see something in the sky. No, they don't. They'll do in a minute. Anyways, this fella here is walking along. A lot of people have said, what's he got? An AK-47 for? I don't know if that's an AK-47 or not. But it's based on some form of, earthly rifle. And people, oh, God, it's rubbish. But remember, the Stormtrooper, rifles, blasters that we saw in the original Star Wars were based on, World War II, weapons, weren't they? The built around them, didn't they? So that's all they've done here. They're just carrying on that tradition. That's how I look at it. I'm not simping for them. I'm not, excusing it, but it's what they did in the original Star Wars. So there you go. But I don't know why I'd have a thing for a bullet to pop out of. They should have covered that up, shouldn't they? What they call an ejection, whatever they call it. Or maybe it's not a blaster. Maybe it is a projectile weapon, for shooting bullets. Maybe not everybody in the Star Wars galaxy has blasters. Right, they're all looking up. Some sort of droid here. Is it a droid or some mechanical device? Looking up. There we go. And over it goes. An Imperial Star Destroyer in the atmosphere. Remember, this is Tony Gilroy, who did about, I think, just over half of Rogue One. I think it was more or less finished. Or it might have been finished by the original director, whose name is Edwards. What's his first name? Anyway, him. And what was it? Tony Gosling. No, not Tony Gosling. Yeah, it is Tony Gosling, isn't it? He was parachuted in to save the film. And I think he added the Darth Vader bits and some other stuff. And they say he did about 45% of the film. So what I've heard anyway. And that Rogue One also showed a Star Destroyer in the atmosphere. Showed it hovering over Jeddah City, didn't it? Which I didn't mind. At first I thought, but then when I thought about it, and I think I'd read it in Star Trek books that they do have anti-grav drives that they can use, to hover in an atmosphere. So I thought, well, whatever. It looked cool anyway. So that's what we've just seen there. There we go. There's this young Cassian Andor. I don't know, but it's obviously seen. I bet this will be the. Well, if he's young, it's during the Clone Wars, isn't it, or during that time. So is this? I don't know. I'm trying to think now. Will this be? It'll either be the early days of the Empire, and it's like strip mining this planet probably, or it's not the separatists, like the Trade Federation or somebody doing the same thing, to build their droid armies. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Somebody looking in a hole. I think it looked like a woman, that, didn't it? There we go. The Senate. I am the Senate. Somebody from the is this the Imperial Intelligence? Was it ISB? Is it ISB? I think it's ISB, isn't it? That's one of them. Don't know his name. Some more Imperial officers having a coffee. I wonder if they've got to make a Mr. Coffee just off screen with the dark helmet drinking his. Mr. Coffee. What's all that gurgling and churning? I don't know, look. Oh, God. There we go. This person again that we've seen before. Is this the young Cassian Andor? Is it, is it going to be a new character? Is it going to be where we're going to... Cassian Andor, it's called Andor, but Cassian Andor's not going to be the main character. In much the same way that Kenobi wasn't really about Kenobi, it was about Princess Leia and, what's the face? The other one. Reeve. Bet they do. So anyway, some sort of ship. I think this is Cassian Andor posing probably as an Imperial officer. Or maybe he was an Imperial officer at one point. I don't know. We will see, won't we? From the creators of Rogue One. As you see on the internet, Rouge One. People always put the U and the G to the way around, don't they? Bless them. Here we go. Stellan Skarsgård. The mighty Stellan Skarsgård. I hope this series is good. I hope it's good. But there's next article that I'm going to read after we've looked through this. Ooh. Anyway, there we go. Are they stormtroopers or clone troopers? Or is it, an in-between evolution? I can't really make it out.
Empire's choking us so...
Oh, yeah. They're like between clone troopers and stormtroopers, aren't they? Oh, my bum's going numb. I need a cushion. Oh, here we go. Stunning and brave Imperial officer. Bet she's a right bad un. That probably has a change of heart towards the end and helps Cassian Andor, we'll see. With a couple of death troopers. This will be the main character, you can bet. Not Cassian Andor, it'll be whoever she is. What's going on here? There's some sort of landing things. I don't know what's going on there. But it looks cool. Gritty sci-fi. There's Cassian. In some sort... Oh, I like it. Oh, right. It'll be like a breaker's yard. A bit like in that game, Jedi Fallen Order. Cal Kestis started out in like a scrapyard, didn't he? Breaking down starships and stuff. So have they stolen that for this? Probably. Stellan Skarsgård again. And Cassian Andor. Diego Luna, by the way, name of the actor. Streaming September 21st. There's some sort of ship, slightly reminiscent of the Falcon, isn't it? I know not really, but yeah, it's actually probably quite reminiscent of what the Falcon originally were designed to look like. Because it originally wasn't a saucer shape, was it? It was originally quite long, and they used that design and faffed with it and turned it into the Tantive, didn't they? The blockade runner. So maybe this is a throwback to the original Falcon design, maybe. There he is. Is he a goodie then in this, Stellan Skarsgård? I don't know. I have no idea. Ooh. I need new glasses, by the way. But these glasses, I think I'm due a test. But I'm going to have to get some new glasses. These are giving me some jip. Sorry for that little aside. Right, I don't know what's going on there. That's 2 tubes. Is that 2 tubes? I can't remember his proper name. They were in Rogue One, wasn't it? And look, an X-Wing down there. Cool. So is this an early... Oh, no, this is Saw Gerrera's group, isn't it? And we'll see him in a minute. And here we go, some alien looking at people. An alien. Don't know. Looks like a woman. Probably a woman. Bloke. I don't know. It's got Stellan Skarsgård in anyway. And he's going to talk to... here we go. He's talking to Saw Gerrera. There he is. Who, of course, spoilers, dies in Rogue One. Everybody dies in Rogue One. All the goodies anyway. some sort of imperial riot police or something. Yeah. Do they need them? Do they need riot police? I mean, it could be argued, I suppose, that it's local security and not imperial security. Could be argued at that. Here we go, drop ships or whatever the hell they're called. I mean, like they used in the Clone Wars, but look slightly different, don't they? Don't know what that is, but he's looking, slightly cross. There's Cassian again. Some other bloke, don't know who it is. They've got nice clean uniforms though, so they're the crew of some sort of ship. No idea. Here they go, look. Oh, they're on them dropships, aren't they? So what the hell's going on here? And what's with these silly little hats? What's going on? Obviously, you can tell their rank from the colour of the peak. What's... God, blimey. And he's... it's like me in cosplay, that. Just spilling out, every... Fasten the belt. Put me in a belt and tie and I look like sausages, as that comedian said. Some industrial stuff with lifts. An Imperial shuttle comes in for a landing. Some others. Oh, there's her. Look, that's probably going to be a goodie by the end. Looking at some sort of hologram. Diego and main character. I bet she is. The main character. Oh, she's thinking, oh, I don't know what she's saying.
A thief.
Yeah, a thief. But she'll end up being a goodie. She'll end up falling in love with her, do you reckon? She'll fall in love with her and help her escape at the end, or whatever. There's Stellan again. Don't know who the hell they are. See, we're seeing a lot of Stellan Skarsgård in this, aren't we? Oh, we're going to see some pew-pews. Pew, 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 pew. Wow, oh, look at that. Is that like, that's like Vader's prototype, that is, or is it a bomber? I don't know, because I didn't see it from the front properly. Let's have a look again. Oh, it's a bomber. You can see it there, look. A TIE bomber and a couple of TIE fighters coming from whatever that is. It's a communications thing, innit, I think. They showed them in the Clone Wars, didn't they? And there were another ship that were hitting them with like an EMP or, some sort of, thing to knock them out. Yeah, so that's that. Ooh, crikey. Big explosions. And things flying about in the sky over some sort of metropolis. There we go, there it is again. Is this Coruscant? Probably. There's Mon Mothma. Is she played by the same actress that played her in, the prequel trilogy and Rogue One? Because I know she's older, but she's supposed to be younger in this. She's in Rogue One. She looks slightly different, so that's why I'm wondering if it's the same actress. Genevieve, whatever her name is. Some people. And some more people. There's obviously some sort of senatorial get-together. Whether, there'll be whisperings about the beginning of the rebellion. There we go, she'll be saying that sort of thing. She's super attractive, I must admit. She's very, very pretty. Don't know who he is. It looks a little bit like, the Chancellor from, Terence Stamp. I know he's not Terence Stamp, and I don't know what happened to that Chancellor. What did they call him now? In Phantom Menace. What is his name now? Him anyway. It looks a bit like him. So is he playing the same? Is it the same character? Maybe, I don't know. But without Terence Stamp. Probably not. Here she's by herself, look. Death Trooper. Some sort of droid. Big explosion. People diving about. Don't know. Cassian, not the main character of Rebellion. I'm sure they said something before that, but obviously I can't find it. Never mind. It'll say something like the beginning of Rebellion or something, won't it? Whatever. How the age of rebellion is beginning, or I don't know. There's Cassian. There's on some sort of dam. Well, not some sort. It is a dam. Because apparently they haven't made use of the the volume and all that, green screen, not green screen, but it's LED screens in it. How they did with Kenobi and Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. A lot of it's location work, so it will have a very cinematic feel and it'll look cool. Somebody falling. This looks very much like I don't know. It's reminiscent of Camino, innit? I don't know if it is or not. Who are these running? Are they clones? Don't know. Or they're just scientists. I don't know. What's happening there? Some sort of another explosion. Yeah, another explosion. Oh, somebody with weird eyes. Has he been to that place on Tatooine for his mods? Oh, for God's sake. That was crap. Some sort of something going on. People rising up against the Empire and the proper stormtroopers now, not clone troopers. They're coming in to sort it out, no doubt. Is this on that dam again? Could be. Is that the same? Is she the same? The main character? I don't know. But she's got a stick. She thinks she's Rey. That's who she thinks she is. Ships. Pew pews. TIE fighters. Pause that well, haven't I? What's that there, though? Is that the engine of some ship that's just flown past, or is it something in the distance? The Star Destroyer, from whence they came, I don't know. There's Diego. It's obviously under attack. Andor, Star Wars Andor. Not the battle for Andor, Ewoks. I know, that's Endor. 3-episode premiere streaming September 21st. September 21st. The first day of autumn. And that's it. There you go. So, yes. From the trailer, I thought that looked quite promising. But we'll see. But then I read this. Star Wars' next show will criticise Donald Trump politics, reveals actor. Now, I'm no fan of Donald Trump. I'm no fan of any politician. I'm not a very political person. Not in the manner of politics. The political game, the shenanigans they get up to. I'm not. I don't like all that. But let's read it, and I'll probably have a rant. Right, while Star Wars is a sci-fi fantasy franchise packed with action and humour, those are only the trimmings. At its core, Star Wars is a narrative based on family, politics and religion, and despite the complexity of those topics, it's one of the many reasons why the franchise has resonated with the audience for generations. The tradition looks to continue with Disney Plus's new Star Wars show, Andor. Set to debut on September 21st, Andor is a Rogue One spin-off prequel starring Diego Luna, who's reprising his role as Rebellion operative Cassian Andor. But while the 2016 Star Wars film was a sacrificial war tale, and I've got to admit, it could actually be my favourite Star Wars film, even including, Heresy, even including the original trilogy. I do like Rogue One. People knock it, but I do like it. It's a war film. It is a war film. People say it's boring. How can it be boring? They say, oh, no, it's only good for the last bit, the Battle of Scarif. And think, what are you talking about? Did you watch the same film? Did you watch Jeddah get blown up? Did you watch, the attack on Edo? Don't get me going. But it's a good film. Apart from Borgullet, that silly thing that came and read that bloke's brain. I don't know. That was stupid. But apart from that, it's a top film. And my favourite Star Wars film. There, I've said it. Right, Star Wars Andor tackling Donald Trump era politics. Here we go. Not only is Andor Diego Luna's return to that galaxy far, far away. Drinking game. But it's also a homecoming for Rogue One writer Tony Gilroy. What did I say? I said Gosling, didn't I? I knew it didn't sound right when I said it. Tony Gilroy, who served as the Disney Plus show's creator and executive producer and was reportedly instrumental in its commentary on politics. I know they always politics is in politics is in Star Wars and stuff, and yeah, it is, and it was definitely in Episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith, with all the "This is how liberty dies," the thunderous applause, that was George Lucas's commentary on the George Bush, after 9/11. You're either with us, with the terrorists. You're either with us or with the terrorists. It was that sort of thing. Getting Congress, cheering and stuff. It was that sort of thing, wasn't it? What they call it, the act that were introduced. It was the same in Britain as well after 7/7 and all that. It was the same here. You see more police with guns now on British streets. Britain were famous for its police force not being armed. But now you see more police with guns. Not all of them, but, you go to railway stations and places like that and airports. They're all carrying MP5s or whatever they use these days. Right, in talking with Empire, Andor actress Fiona Shaw, I don't know who that is. I don't know who she's playing. The name rings a bell. Was she in Harry Potter? Is that Fiona? Was she Harry Potter's auntie? Or is that another Fiona Shaw? Tell you what, I'll look it up. What, we're live. What the bloody hell? I don't care. I'm past caring. Fiona Shaw, actress, Star Wars. Then Fiona Shaw. It is her. Yes, I thought it were her. Yes, she's an actress. And yes, she did play Harry Potter's auntie Petunia Dursley. Yes, so it is her. Yay for me, getting it right. Anyway, she revealed that Gilroy has written a great scurrilous take on the Trumpian world. Well, she know about it, she's British. And that events in the series reflect what's happening in the world today. But we're not in a Trumpian world today, are we? We're in a Joe Bidenian world today. Tony has written a great scurrilous take on the Trumpian world. Our world is exploding in different places right now. That's not Trump's fault, is it? People's rights are disappearing. That's not Trump's fault, is it? He's not in command now. He hasn't been for like 2 years. And Andor reflects that. In the show, the Empire is taking over, and it feels like the same thing is happening in reality too. Yeah, but Trump's not in charge now. And they talk about the Trump era. They didn't really have an era. He had one go, didn't he? He had 4 years. Is it 4 years? 5 years? 4 years, isn't it? 2016 to 2020. And what did he do? He didn't really do a lot, did he, to be honest? He didn't do a lot, internationally. He scaled down, the Afghanistan and all that, and, interfering basically in other countries. Not completely, but he did scale it down a hell of a lot. He's most famous for, his wall. And they're going about, the kids in cages, but that wasn't a Trump thing. He could have stopped it, I suppose, but he didn't. That came about during Obama's, sitting. What else did he do? He authorised, drilling and stuff in areas of natural beauty for oil and all that. So he authorised that. People didn't like him for that. And then I think Biden then cancelled all that stuff, and now they're probably wishing they hadn't done. Because of, what's happening. In the non-Trumpian world, as I said, I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just saying it how it is. He hasn't been in charge for 2 years now. Sorry, that was my stomach. Anyway, while Lucasfilm's latest Disney Plus series, Obi-Wan Kenobi, was set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, Andor picks up 14 years after the 2005 film and is expected to be one of the most comprehensive analyses of the Empire at its peak. But we also saw bits that were obviously set earlier because we saw Clone Troopers, didn't we? So there'll be a bit backwards and forwards, won't there? I think we might see some scenes earlier on of Cassian as a kid. Because, he was born to separatists, wasn't he? So he was on the other side. But he was young. But with the Empire in full force, as Shaw noted, people will be struggling as those in authority and the government itself are the main threat. Under such circumstances, the lines between right and wrong are often blurred, and that's something Shaw claimed Gilroy explores in the series. What's that got to do with Trump? I was impressed by Tony's social realist intentions. He's created a whole new morality. It's very deep and humane. There is grief, mourning, hope, fear. It's not just primary colours here. Even though Andor is Tony Gilroy's second Star Wars project, political themes are nothing new for the writer, director and producer, whose resume includes House of Cards and the Bourne films. And even though Star Wars is no stranger to politics, neither is Gilroy, who noted Andor comes from the same place as his other projects. Sorry, I'm just checking, making sure I'm still streaming. And I hope you can hear me. The little bar that's telling me the microphone's working says it's working, so I hope it is. I usually check this stuff before I go on air, but as I said at the beginning, I was rushing about the last minute. Putting me thing up, my screen up so you don't see my room. But it's getting dark now, so you probably wouldn't have seen it anyway. Anyway, I forgot where I was now. Bourne films. And even though Star Wars is no stranger to politics, neither is Gilroy, who noted Andor comes from the same place as his other projects. Andor comes from the same place as everything else that's come out of this office. Clayton, The Bournes, The Devil's Advocate. Now this, it's all full-on drama. As to what the finished project will look like, particularly given Andor's echoes of this Trumpian world, except we're not in a Trumpian world, we're in a Bidenian world. Cassian Andor's own Diego Luna promises that it will be insanely ambitious, dark and real. I know you'll say, oh, well, it was written when Trump were in power, but, you know, so what? We're not in a Trumpian world. And described Gilroy's pitch as sick. Even as Tony was pitching me, this is Diego Luna talking, by the way, I was like, this is amazing, you are sick. Within the Star Wars filmography, apart from the rest, less mythical, grounded and shockingly dark, Rogue One's power is in the fact that its entire ensemble cast sacrificed their lives in a chance to stop the Empire. I must admit, as I've said, it is my favourite Star Wars film. Probably because it shows that there is an empire out there, not an empire, a galaxy out there that, you know, doesn't rely on the Skywalkers. There's other people doing things. And I know a Skywalker shows up at the end and kicks ass. But that's why I like it. Shockingly dark, Rogue One's power is in the fact that its entire ensemble cast sacrificed their lives in a chance to stop the Empire. To add to the story, there needs to be a reason. It certainly sounds like Andor has found that reason in Tony Gilroy's tale. It'll probably end. I think it's going to be. Has there been 2 seasons? Is there going to be 5 seasons altogether of this? Or, I mean, towards the end, we're going to have to start hearing rumbles of the planet killer, aren't we? The Death Star. Anyway, following the release of Rogue One in 2016, American politics have increasingly become more divided and volatile, where desperation, instability and outright war know no border. That's not Trump's fault. While humanity is often drawn to storytelling and entertainment as a means of escape during such times, stories are often a way to provide understanding, perspective and even inspiration. I know it could be argued that, you know, these, what is it, January 6th, you know, what they call it, insurrection, but it wasn't an insurrection, it was just a mob, wasn't it, being idiots. Trump could have done more to stop that. I know he did, you know, he said, oh, go up there, I'll meet you there, and he didn't, he sodded off, didn't he? But, yeah, I think there's more to that story than meets the eye, there is. We're not being told everything. Get my tinfoil hat on. Anyway, while humanity is often drawn to storytelling and entertainment as a means of escape during such times, stories are often a way to provide understanding, perspective, and even, I've just read that, and even inspiration. From what Fiona Shaw and Diego Luna shared, fans can expect a reflection of our real world. Oh, here we go. They said that, don't they? They said that in the bloody Rings of Power, didn't they? Lord of the Rings of Power. It's going to reflect the real world. Why should it reflect the real world? This is set in a galaxy far, far away. And Lord of the Rings is set like in an alternative, you know, fantasy world, for Christ's sake. We don't need a reflection. We don't need to see ourselves in the characters or the situations, to enjoy them or to be drawn in. Sometimes we just want escapism, don't we? That's what it all boils down to. We want escapism. We want to go into a world that we know nothing about, that we can explore, and it's rich, and yes, it can be diverse, and it can have politics and drama, but it don't have to be connected to our world. It's its world. Can expect a reflection of our real world in a way that's both real, ambitious and relatable. This sort of Star Wars project is something fans have long wanted to see, particularly in terms of the darker side of the rebellion and the Empire. No doubt anticipation, Eddie, private joke, for Andor is on the rise, but along with the grit and commentary, a Star Wars story also needs hope. Well, that's how Rogue One ended, didn't it? Despite its tragic ending, Rogue One was still able to inspire and provide a sense of hope, and considering the state of the world now, here's hoping that Andor will do the same. The first 3 episodes are they're on September 21st. So that'll be. I hope it's good. I hope Fiona Shaw's talking out of her bum. She probably is, and that it's not going to criticise Donald Trump. I mean, I suppose you could say any show can be interpreted any way, can't it? If it's written vaguely enough, you can interpret it any way. So, but we'll see what happens. See if it's any good. I hope it is, because they haven't done very well lately, have they? I mean, Boba Fett wasn't very good, and what else? The Obi-Wan Kenobi was. It was diabolical with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've just noticed a button on my soundboard that says Din. I wonder if that's Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. Shall I press it and see what happens? I don't know what sound it's going to make, because I can't hear it, but you'll hear it. I don't know what it did. I won't know until I listen to it back. Right. Anyway, so that's enough for Star Wars. I hope it's good. And I hope it's got nothing to do with Donald Trump or Joe Biden or anybody that's alive today. They're in a galaxy far, far away, drinking game. A long time ago. Wherever you are in the universe, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see thee.